Tennis stop. Start. It is obvious that in a civilized society, the importance of child welfare cannot be overemphasized because the welfare of the entire community, its growth and development depend on the health and well-being of its children. Children are a supremely important national asset, and the future well being of the nation depends on how its children grow and develop. The great poet Milton put it admirably when he said, "Child shows the man as morning shows the day," and the study team on social welfare said much to the same effect when it observed that the physical and mental health of the nation is determined largely by the manner in which it is shaped in the early stages. The child is a soul with a being, a nature and capacities of its own who must be helped to find them, to grow into their maturity, into fullness of physical and vital energy and the utmost breadth, depth and height of its emotional, intellectual and spiritual being. Otherwise there cannot be a healthy growth of the nation. Now, obviously, children need special protection because of their tender age and physic, mental immaturity, and incapacity to look after themselves. That is why there is a growing realization in every part of the globe that children must be brought up in an atmosphere of love and affection and under the tender care and attention of parents so that they may be able to attain full emotional, intellectual, and spiritual stability and maturity and acquire self confidence and self respect and a balanced view of life with full appreciation and realization of the role which they have to play in the nation building process, without which the nation cannot develop and attain real prosperity because a large segment of the society would then be left out of the developmental process. In India, this consciousness is reflected in the provisions enacted in the Constitution. Clause 3 of Article 15 enables the state to make special provisions inter alia for children, and Article 24 provides that no child below the age of 14 years shall be employed to work in any factory or mine or engage in any other hazardous employment. Clauses E and F of Article 39 provides that the state shall direct its policy towards securing inter alia that the tender age of children is not abused, that citizens are not forced by economic necessity to enter avocations unsuited to their age and strength, and that children are given faculty oblig facility to develop in a healthy manner and in conditions of freedom and dignity, and that childhood and youth are protected against exploitation and against moral and material abandonment. These constitutional provisions reflect the great anxiety of the constitution makers to protect and safeguard the interest and welfare of children in the country. The Government of India has also, in pursuance of these constitutional provisions, evolved a national policy for the welfare of children. The nation's children are a supremely important asset. Their nurture and solicitude are our responsibility. Children's program should find a prominent part in our national plans for the development of human resources so that our children grow up to become robust citizens, physically fit, mentally alert, and morally healthy, endowed with the skills and motivations needed by society. equal opportunities for development to all children during the period of growth should be our aim, for this would serve our larger purpose of reducing inequality and ensuring social justice. Every child has a right to love and be loved and to grow up in an atmosphere of love and affection and of moral and material security, and this is possible only if the child is brought up in a family. The most congenial environment would, of course, be that of the family of his biological parents, but if for any reason it is not possible for the biological parents or other near relative to look after the child, or the child is abandoned and it is either not possible to trace the parents or the parents are not willing to take care of the child, the next best alternative would be to find adoptive parents for the child so that the child can grow up under the loving care and attention of the adoptive parents. The adoptive parents would be the next best substitute for the biological parents. The practice of adoption has been prevalent in Hindu society for centuries and it is recognized by Hindu law, but in a large number of other countries it is of comparatively recent origin, while in the Muslim countries it is totally unknown. Amongst Hindus, it is not merely ancient Hindu law.